Bye.
Dupixent helps you do more with less asthma and can help you breathe better in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent is an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma that's not for sudden breathing problems. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Ask your specialist about Dupixent. I promise.
Monday on ET, new Titanic truths from Kate Winslet.
I mean, I certainly can't imagine it being anyone other than Leo.
And also director James Cameron.
Like, okay, really? See ya.
By the way, he told me to call him Jim.
Oh,
when
really?
Jim tells the story about Leo and Titanic, he goes there. Doesn't hold anything back. It's really good. Okay, we also talk Avatar: The Way of Water, and wait till you hear how much this movie needs to make to even break even at the box office.
How good is it?
I mean, I will see it again, and it was over 3 hours long. It's that good.
All right, let's go from movies to TV. And Noah Centineo's got a new Netflix series called The Recruit. It premieres next Friday. And while he's making his action star debut, James Corden had to take it back to Noah's first on-screen kiss.
Aww.
Bye, y'all.
That's a real reaction.
I mean,
Wild.
It was
That
wild.
was so good. Hi again.
what would you go back and tell 13-year-old Noah? What advice would you give to him?
Oh, I was 11.
Happening now.
Lead was found in the drinking water of an area school district. We'll tell you if anyone was hurt and how the district is responding.
A few thunderstorms to talk about, at least for a part of this weekend. We'll get into that in just a bit, along with our next cold front that sweeps away the spring-like feel.
And if you're looking to preserve those old family photos or home movies, we're going to tell you about several companies that can turn those family memories into digital files. The news at 5 starts right now. In certain levels, it is not safe to drink, but lead has been discovered in the drinking water of several San Antonio ISD campuses.
According to the Center for Disease Control, even the smallest amount can lead to brain or kidney damage.
As our Camelia Juarez shows us, that's why the district is actively working to make the water safe for students and staff.
We're taking proactive measures to ensure that our water quality is on spot.
SAISD Director of Operations Ahmad Sharif says all of the water fountains in the district have been shut off since COVID-19 precautions were set 2 years ago. SAISD doesn't believe any student or staff member have been exposed.
What we're doing, or what we did, is before we open those back up, we wanted to make sure that we get all of those tested.
The district is working with the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality in a program called the Voluntary Lead Testing in School and Child Care Drinking Water. SAISD says they have notified parents if their child's campus has tested positive for lead in the water.
They notified many school districts, so it's not just us.
Through the program, SAISD sends water samples to TCEQ. Results for 28 campuses have come back. Lead was found in 11 campuses, sometimes in 1 or 2 water outlets. Texas A&M San Antonio biology professor Davida Smith says lead can seep into the water because older pipes are made of lead.
If it's stagnant, if it's been sitting there for a long time, that obviously gives it more time to for the lead to accumulate in the water. If there's any damage to the pipes themselves, so if they're old lead pipes, they will be broken or damaged, that can help the lead get into the water.
Smith says she was impressed that SAISD took advantage of the state-funded program.
It's very responsible of the district to test. That's very good. I'm actually very happy that they did that.
We reached out to North and South Side ISD. They tell us they're taking a proactive approach. They flush out their fountains every month, and flushing means to run the water for 30 minutes, and then it's safe to drink. Camelia Juarez, KSAT 12 News.
WNBA star and Olympic gold medalist Brittney Griner back in Texas after being detained in Russia for almost 10 months. President Biden celebrating her release following months of painstaking negotiations.
Yeah, but he's receiving some backlash for not securing the release of another American being held in Russia. ABC's M. Nguyen tells us what the prisoner left behind is saying.
WNBA star Brittney Griner taking her first steps onto U.S. soil since being detained in Russia for almost 10 months. Her plane landing in San Antonio, where she's undergoing evaluation. She'll then go through a reintegration program for those who have been held captive overseas. White House National Security spokesman John Kirby on MSNBC saying Griner appears to be in good health.
We're glad to have her back.
The White House releasing video of President Biden breaking the news of Griner's release to her wife.
She's on the ground.
Stop it.
Yep, she's on the ground.
Russian authorities sentenced Griner to 9 years behind bars for traveling with hashish oil, an illegal substance there. The U.S. accusing Moscow of using Griner as a political pawn.
I made an honest mistake.
Bill Richardson, who played a role in the negotiations, pointed to how the White House also pushed for former Marine Paul Whelan's release. The U.S. saying he was convicted of sham espionage charges.
I think President Putin stepped in and he said, 1 for 1, and that's it. I don't think President Putin wanted to give President Biden a victory.
Biden and Russian officials instead agreeing to swap Griner for convicted Russian's arms dealer Viktor Bout. That exchange seen here in video by Russian state media. Paul Whelan spoke out from prison on CNN.
I'm greatly disappointed that more has not been done to secure my release.
I feel guilty about Paul Whelan. I've tried for 4 years to get him out, and there's always a stumbling block at the end.
President Biden has vowed to keep trying to bring Whelan home. Russian President Vladimir Putin confirming today future prisoner swaps between the U.S. and Russia are possible. Emwin, ABC News, Washington.
New at 5, a petite man is behind bars for producing child pornography. According to the Department of Justice, 25-year-old Armando Anthony Vidales was sentenced yesterday. He's been picked up for uploading and emailing multiple files of child sex abuse. The email provider was able to flag the material and report him to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Now, multiple agencies worked to investigate and arrest Vidales on federal charges. This week, he was sentenced to 30 years in prison and 20 years supervised release.
Just weeks after his murder, San Antonio police and Crime Stoppers at a standstill and need help finding out who killed 30-year-old Ricardo Ortega. It happened back midnight on November 26th. Police say Ortega pulled up to the Walgreens on the 4700 block of West Commerce Street. His passenger got out to use the ATM, told police that's when they heard gunshots. Police are saying someone in a black car parked next to Ortega. The two started arguing. Shots were then fired. Ortega's family member ran out to find him dead with a gunshot wound to the stomach. The suspect took off, hasn't been found. If you have any information, you can leave an anonymous tip at 210-224-STOP. There's up to a $5,000 reward for information that leads to an arrest.
99 years, that's the maximum penalty one San Antonio man could face if he's convicted of stabbing and killing his friend almost 3 years ago. Today, 38-year-old Abel Garcia was put on trial for the murder of 44-year-old Albert Adame. According to arrest affidavits, Garcia admitted to the murder back on January 31st, 2020. Adame's sister says the two were friends and had never been in a fight before then. That day, she says Garcia showed up at their house with a knife. She went inside to find her brother stabbed in the neck. He died at the scene. According to Adame's sister, Garcia told her, "I did it, and what?" If convicted, he could face between 5 and 99 years in prison.
More local schools taking precautions after a case of tuberculosis was identified this week. San Antonio Metro Health now says a student from Brandeis High School had close contact with students at O'Connor and Clark High Schools. The infected person, there's just one, is at home and won't be allowed to return to campus until they are no longer infectious. Metro Health and Northside ISD are working together to identify other individuals who may have been exposed. A parent community information meeting will be held on Monday, December 12th at 6 o'clock in the O'Connor High School auditorium.
Now to a growing alarm about some drug shortages across parts of the country, with the triple-demic caused by the flu, RSV, and COVID driving high demand for medications.
Yeah, and it's not just over-the-counter medication. A popular antibiotic might also be hard to find. ABC's Brian Clark has more.
Some parents and caregivers are having a tough time getting pediatric medications as 3 respiratory viruses sweep across the nation: the flu, RSV, and COVID-19. Demand is surging for over-the-counter drugs like children's Tylenol. Our station KGO searching 3 San Francisco stores, but coming up empty. While some over-the-counter meds may just need to be restocked, the FDA says there's an actual shortage of the prescription antibiotic amoxicillin. Colorado mom Aslan Schott was looking for just that for her 5-year-old daughter Zayla's ear infection.
She had a really bad cough and really bad congestion.
Schott says she tried 18 pharmacies before finding one that could fill her prescription.
I was relieved just to hear those words, we have it in stock. Once I got there and had it in hand, it was just like a big sigh of relief. And I actually gave her a dose of medicine right in the car.
Walgreens telling ABC News they're also seeing an increased demand for cold, flu, and pain relief products, but that they're dedicated to meeting the need.
In the 20 years that I've been practicing, I've never seen drug shortages quite like this.
Manufacturers say it takes time to get the drugs from the warehouse to the shelves. So experts are recommending worried parents shop around or check back later, get written prescriptions, and try using different brands that are less in demand.
I think everyone needs to take a deep breath and have a little bit of patience. Yes, there's increased demand, but there's certainly products available out there. It just might not be the exact product you're looking for at the exact time, which is frustrating, but it's workable.
Brian Clark, ABC News, New York.
And with flu season upon us and the constant concern over the coronavirus, the Food and Drug Administration working on a vaccine that can fight off both. Today, they announced they are fast-tracking its development. Officials with Pfizer and BioNTech say this will also speed up the review of a drug needed to fight serious health threats. Pfizer and BioNTech say this 2-in-1 vaccine will help protect Americans from both of those viruses. They started the first phase of the trial last month.
Narcan is a life-saving drug that's been at the forefront battle in the opioid epidemic. And in the new year, it could be more accessible than ever. The nasal spray is used to treat drug overdoses. Now, in recent years, there's been a big push for schools, businesses, and everyday people to have one on them in case of an emergency. Now, the drug maker now says it could be available over the counter in early 2023.
Currently, Narcan is available without a prescription in all 50 states, but every state has its own set of policies that can be confusing. And that kind of confusion is exactly what we do not want.
And in some states, Narcan is placed behind the counter, meaning a person would have to talk to a pharmacy employee to get it. If approved by the FDA, the drug maker says Narcan would be the first 4-milligram naloxone nasal spray available over the counter in the U.S.
All right, it's Friday. Let's check out traffic. A lot of people are heading into their weekend. This is I-37 at Jones downtown. As we take a look around town, you can see that things in most parts are moving very smoothly. No major traffic tie-ups to tell you about, but there are the usual rush hour give and goes. And again, at 410 in McCullough, again 410 in Perrin Bidal.
And feeling very spring-like out there again today. Feels like April when you really look at the numbers. 79 our high temperature today. The average being 66. The record 85. That was set back in 2008. 70 in Lakey. Again, the clouds held tight for longer in the hill country, so temperatures a little bit lower there. 81 degrees, though, Floresville and Santa Maria. South and east of San Antonio, little extra sunshine, few degrees warmer. You look at Bernie, 76, and Mico following suit at 76. Rock Springs right now, 66 because of those clouds. You see the visible satellite here, the white indicating the clouds, and those low, thick clouds held on for long enough again today to keep Rock Springs in the 60s. Now, as we go through the evening, warm, muggy, you'll notice the humidity. Temperature's not dropping a whole lot. 10 o'clock right near 70, then more fog developing and some thunderstorm chances for part of the weekend. I'll break that down for you, let you know when we're most likely to see some storms, and then our next cold front to talk about that'll drop our temperatures. Patty.
All right, thanks, Adam. We are in the final stretch to help the San Antonio Police Department and Zapatos collect donations for their Share the Shoes event. They're looking for new tennis shoes of any size. They can be dropped off at any SAPD substation. Then on December 16th, the shoes will be collected and given to kids from pre-K to high school in need of a nice pair of shoes. Now, you can also donate new socks or make monetary donations. We have the link on our website, KSAT.com. KSAT.com. There you will also find a list of drop-off locations.
If you're still looking to check someone off your holiday list, Marilyn Moore shows us the best ways to turn those old photos and keepsakes into a gift that'll last forever.
It's something that we've always been afraid of, getting it taken away from us.
But not anymore. They're among millions of same-sex couples who are relieved that the Respect for Marriage Act is about to become the law of the land. Jesse Degriato has a local reaction on this historic vote tonight at 6. With our phones so handy, it's easy to take a ton of digital pictures. But what about all those old photos we have? The slides, the home movies, tucked away somewhere in a box?
12 on your sides, Marilyn Moore shows us how to turn those family memories into digital files.
After nearly 20 years of stashing old photos and videos away, Melanie Panolo decided to go digital to preserve them. So she checked out 14 companies for Consumer Reports, sending her personal pics.
These services will take your physical media, such as your photos, your negatives, or slides, and then they'll turn them into digital files, so it's easier for you to save, back up, and share with family and friends.
They also do VHS tapes, movie reels, and audio tapes, blasts from the past. You just pack them in a box to send them off, and you get back a thumb drive or digital link for downloading. And don't worry, you get your originals back. In just 8 days, Melanie's digitized photos from Memories Renewed were complete.
The quality of the photos matched the actual print, and it had the most color fidelity. And they also just had really great customer service from start to finish.
For her budget pics, she chose Dig My Pics. They even let you preview your scanned photos and delete up to 20% of them from your order. Before starting a project like this, Melanie says pace yourself so you don't get overwhelmed while sorting and expect to laugh and cry. You can also do it yourself by using an app like Adobe Scan. So I'm going to take this 60-year-old picture, hold it right there for it to scan, and it gets high-quality scans just like that. And then you can edit them right there in your phone. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
Interesting.
All right, now I have something to do for the holiday.
There you go, because you needed something to do, right? You don't have enough to do, Patty?
Exactly.
All right, Pearl right now, and, a little early for the lights to be on, but they do have quite the display out there.
It's very pretty out there, and there is something in the air right now out there.
There is something.
Some folks may have noticed it.
I'm going to let you be the bearer of bad news on this one.
Well, it's that time of year we just can't control it. Mountain cedar made its first appearance in the pollen count today. Mold as well. Mold's moderate, but mountain cedar moderate at 280. So mountain cedar season started, and this is without the typical north wind. Whenever we get that north wind this time of year, it typically increases and elevates the cedar count. I anticipate that to happen on Sunday. Okay, that's when we should even have a little higher cedar count. You look at the season for mountain cedar, it typically peaks mid-January and then ends by Valentine's Day. It has begun, so take the necessary measures for yourself and your loved ones. All right, let's talk rain chances. I've got an increasing confidence in some storms this weekend, but it should just be late Saturday night into the mainly pre-dawn hours of Sunday. And right now we've got it at the scattered category, about 40% in and around San Antonio. Here's the big picture, and we still have the upper level high, Big Blue H, over the Gulf of Mexico. The clockwise flow around it has been deflecting the main weather makers up and around us. Parts of North Texas and West Texas have had some precipitation with it. It's been good for them, funneling some moisture there, but not for us. Well, that high's breaking down, and we've got this little dip in the upper level flow near the Baja Peninsula. That's our system for the weekend for Saturday night and very early Sunday morning. Let's get to our feature cast. Tomorrow morning, more of the same, more of what we're used to. Fog, drizzle, some dampness, 7 a.m., low clouds in place for most of us, and can't rule out a few sprinkles here and there. I mean, we're talking a 100th of an inch. That would pretty much be it. Then a few breaks in the clouds by the afternoon, little bit of sunshine. Then Saturday night, that's when that disturbance comes in and also helps nudge a weak cold front into our area. So by midnight, we could see just a few thunderstorms popping up. And I want to point out, with this high-resolution computer model, don't pay really close attention to the exact location of those storms this far out, just the mere fact that it's developing them. So say you're in Bulverde, don't be thinking, oh, I'm guaranteed a storm. You're not guaranteed it. It's just somewhere within this general vicinity. And then becoming scattered through the pre-dawn hours, so between midnight and about 7 a.m. on Sunday before it tapers off after sunrise. And then a fairly gray day on your Sunday. So that's it for rain. Best chance, again, scattered activity late Saturday night through about sunrise on Sunday. Let's talk temperature. 78 right now, dew point is 62. Well, temperature, dew point, they're going to meet again tonight. That'll give us 100% relative humidity and another round of fog. And tomorrow morning, we'll start the day in the upper 60s for most of us. Around San Antonio, 68, mid 60s as you get up into the hill country. And then tomorrow afternoon, upper 70s, right near 80. So really just a continuation of what we've been experiencing and feeling the past several days. As usual in the hill country, just a few degrees lower. We're talking 75 Bandera, Comfort, Kerrville, 73. So the low gray clouds in the morning will give way to some sunshine into the afternoon, but you'll still notice the mugginess in the air and that south-southeasterly wind at 5 to 15. Sunday, a little bit cooler, 73 degrees for the high temperature. And the noticeably cooler air comes next week. Tuesday evening cold front, behind it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, mornings in the 40s, afternoons in the 60s. How about that?
All right, how about that? We're having such a great December. We're probably going to have a really cold January.
Yeah, probably. All right, so I want to make clear, I'm not talking about the bus line here. How far will the Greyhounds go, Greg?
Bernie, well, they have a very good chance of making it to the state championship game. But first, they have to get by one more opponent here in town tonight. We will have that for you. The preview of the big game and our big game playoff coverage tonight involving the Bernie Greyhounds and the Spurs losing streak is finally over. The big game and our big game playoff coverage tonight has the Bernie Greyhounds going up against Tyler Chapel Hill for the right to advance to the state championship game in Class 4A Division I. Never before in Greyhound history has Bernie made it this far in the playoffs, undefeated at 14-0. It's only their second trip in school history to the state finals. That's after they eliminated Cal Allen 49-19 in Alamo Stadium last week in the state's quarterfinals, while Chapel Hill beat Kilgore 24-21 to improve to 12-2 overall. The school district even canceled classes in Tyler today to allow players, fans, and staff to make the trip to San Antonio for the big game.
They're very athletic. They're definitely going to be the most athletic team we faced. They got speed all over the field. On the defensive side of the ball, we just need to make sure we wrap up, tackle, and everyone needs to fly to the ball and hustle.
They're fast. They're real fast guys. They got some big DNs and stuff, but we got some big tackles too as well, so we're doing good up front. We're ready.
Kickoff in the Alamo Dome tonight is set for 7 p.m. You can see that game live on KSAT 12.2, MeTV, and the BGC app if you can't make it out to the game. Great atmosphere inside the Alamo Dome for the Class 4A Division II state semifinals this afternoon. Number 2 Wimberley taking on number 3 Quero. Game tied is 7-all in the first quarter. Tyson Williams takes a hand up, powers his way in for the 13-yard touchdown. Gobblers take a 14-7 lead. Texans march right back down the field. Early second quarter, quarterback Cody Stover keeps it himself, races in for the 12-yard score. Extra point is no good. Wimberley right back in it, trailing 14-13, but Quero pulls away late. Mason Nataro rolls out and hits Dalen Gibbs, who makes a great grab right there for the 20-yard touchdown. Gobblers led at the time 27-18 at halftime. But look at this Wimberley comeback now in the second half. They're leading 42-30. More highlights tonight for you at 6, and Poe taking on Harmony tonight at 7. Our San Antonio Spurs were able to snap out of their 11-game losing streak when they were able to beat the Rockets last night at the AT&T Center. The Spurs came into this matchup as the worst team in the West. So the Rockets is second worst, and now the Rockets are in the cellar. Kelvin Johnson helped jumpstart his team by making his first 9 shots, including his first 3-pointers on his way to 32 points, ending the second worst losing streak in franchise history. Trey Jones finished with a career-high 26 and was part of that big third quarter when the Spurs outscored the Rockets 39-23 on their way to a 118-109 victory.
I didn't even notice it. I was just trying to get to my spots and, just play with my teammates. And, I didn't really, notice, that I made my first 9 shots. So, I was just out there playing and, locked in and playing for my teammates.
So if they can get a roll going, because I have Miami tomorrow in Miami, early tip time, 4 o'clock.
It's nice when you don't even notice you made 9 straight.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, I'm in
the zone.
Yeah. Thanks, Greg.
All right, thanks, Greg. We'll be right back.
A quiet evening, just warm and muggy. Tomorrow we'll wake up to mid-60s. By the afternoon, we'll be well into the 70s. And then some storms, I do think likely, but scattered in nature. About 40% coverage Saturday night into very early Sunday. The big temperature drop comes next Wednesday. Highs back in the 60s.
All right, thanks for watching the news at 5.